In this video, we're going to look at adding some dimensions to our diagram of the iPhone. So you can see by the white paper that I'm in Paperspace. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm now going to double tap onto the drawing space, onto the model space. You can see I get a black line around there indicating which part of the drawing I'm now editing. I want to pinch and zoom, and I'm going to make this approximately fill the screen. Slightly over to one side so I can put some notes on later. And I want to double tap off there to go back into Paperspace mode. You see the black box has gone. Now if I zoom, you should be able to see I can zoom around the paper. Remember, yours will have extra detail on because you've done more detail in your border. Right, along the bottom I want to scroll along, see what options I've got. Just escape first. And you see, when I escape and go to the far side, I've got dimensions. So for dimensions, I'm going to put some dimensions on this drawing. I'm going to go from the top of the iPhone down to the bottom of the iPhone. Tap, tap to get the lines, and then I'm going to slide it ever so slightly out. Tap once more, and you can now see I've got 138 as my dimension from the bottom to the top of the iPhone, which should be what you get. Now, if you get a different style of writing to me on the screen, you may need to change the settings in AutoCAD. This may not apply to everyone, but it may apply to some of you. To do this, click the settings toolbar, click the settings icon, scroll down, click the properties button, scroll down till we get to annotation. And I've got mine set to Simplex 2.5, Mech 2.5 and ML3. I'll just quickly explain what these are. Simplex is just a font, and the 2.5 signifies that the text you put on the screen will be 2.5 high. Dimensions mean that the numbers in the dimensions will be 2.5 millimeters high, and ML3 indicates that the multi-leader callouts will be 3 millimeters. You need to add more dimensions to your item until it's fully dimensioned. You should decide what that is. If you want to click on the dimensions, you can actually zoom in. You don't have to do it from out there like I've just done. Click, and then click again. And you can see I've now got a dimension of 7.1 for the width of the phone. Tap to place the dimension, zoom back out. And you can see I've got 2 dimensions on my side elevation. Okay, looking at this, you may notice that you might want to move the drawing around a bit. So I'm going to double tap onto the drawing space again, or the model space. You can see I've got the black border around. Something quirky happens with AutoCAD here. I'm going to zoom my screen because I want more space, for example. I'm going to double tap back onto the Paperspace. You'll notice that the dimensions have been left behind. I think this is an error in AutoCAD. To fix this, simply click on the layout button, go back to model space, go back to layout, and you'll notice that your dimensions jump back to where they should be. I think that's actually an error currently in the system, because that shouldn't happen. Okay, so what we've covered is we've covered adding dimensions to our iPhone. You need to fully dimension yours. For example, mine has lots of parts missing.